Hey there, it's Kalyn with a Paper Smooches card tutorial. Today I'm making a Valentine and I'm using some papers from the Crate Paper Love Notes collection and also featuring this stamp set from Paper Smooches, the Love Struck stamp set. And I'm using some scalloped circle dies from Paper Smooches as well. I'm going to be featuring that Love Is All You Need sentiment stamp, and I'm going to be framing it in a couple of different circle dies. So first I'm just kind of choosing which one of these scalloped circles I want to use. I decided on the larger one because I'm taking this one from the Just For You Icons die set, and that's going to go directly around the sentiment, and then I'll just have that bigger scalloped circle frame the background of that. So now I'm taking that sentiment stamp and just some extra scrap white cardstock that I had laying around, and using my Hero Arts Pale Tomato ink, which is one of my favorite inks, I use it all the time, just stamping that sentiment down on that white paper, and then I'm going to die cut that right out. So there it is, all cut out, and you can see it comes in two pieces. So you get the center circle and then you get the border of the outline. So now I'm deciding which paper to make my outline. I picked this pink heart paper, so now it's just framing that sentiment perfectly and it looks really cute, I think. So now I'm taking the larger scalloped circle, and you can see how those are kind of gonna stack together. Now I'm just trying out some different pattern papers to see which I like best with that scallop circle, and thought the pink might work, but I settled on this blue polka dot instead, and I really like how that turned out. So that's going to be my little focal point with the sentiment on it, and now I'm just playing around with the other patterns I chose to see how the card is going to take shape and how these patterns are going to work together. So I decided on the little chalkboard heart pattern on top, and then the stripe to kind of ground it on the bottom with that sort of neutral pink in between. And now I'm bringing in my adorable array die from Paper Smooches. I absolutely love this die, and I really thought this card could use a little bit of detail and just some of that delicate floral to bring it together. So here you can see it die cut out in just some white cardstock, and I die cut two of them so I could put them on either side of that nice sentiment focal point. And they come with middles too, they just die cut in a separate layer. So that's what it'll all look like. I always like to piece together the card before I adhere it all down to see how it's gonna fit together and just make sure I'm not missing anything and that I like how it's all planned out. Now I'm just taking my Tombow Mono Multi Glue and going to adhere down all of the pieces for the background layer of the card. And I'm putting this all on just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white cardstock base. So just making sure that all of my little elements are going to be placed right and that I know where I want them to sit. And then I'm taking these Xyron adhesive dots, and these are really great. They're super sticky, and they're great for pieces like this that are detailed, that you only want part of them adhered down, which is what I want in this case. I didn't want them to be completely flat on the card. I wanted the outsides to kind of lift off and give it some dimension. So I'm just adhering down the middle parts of the floral die cuts, and then you'll kind of see how they turn out that way. And you will never see the glue dots, they'll be hidden behind my sentiment piece. So then just taking the centers of those flowers and adhering them to what little bit is exposed of that glue dot, and then I'm going to glue them down more securely after that. So just going in again with my Tombow glue and putting a tiny glue dot down just to ensure that those little small inner pieces won't go anywhere. And now taking some 1/4 inch foam squares, putting those on the back of my sentiment focal point and going to adhere that down in the center. I love giving dimension to my cards, so this was definitely a must for me. So that's going to finish up the card. I really hope you enjoyed this one and this gave you some ideas of what you can do with your die cuts and how to kind of mix and match them, along with mixing up some patterns too. Be sure to check the description box below for all of the supplies that I used on this card, and be sure to subscribe to catch my latest craft videos. Thanks so much.